Hey everyone, Steven from WWPD here. We've recently acquired a lot of the Battlefront Battlefield in a Box terrain by Battlefront / Gale Force 9. In particular, this is the new Desert Terrain line that came out with the Hellfire Back book, so I'm going to take a look at some of these individually and give you my thoughts. Okay, so the first piece we're going to look at is the extra large Desert Hill. This is the single piece that comes in the box, and again the box is $25 retail, which I think is a very good price. Right out of the box it comes, you can tell it's very sturdy. I mean, nothing's going to crush this like a foam hill or something. And what I really like is the bottom is actually sort of a felt, so it's not going to damage anything that you place it on top of. Overall, not a whole lot more to say about it. It's nice and large, lightweight yet sturdy, and you can't beat the price. It is the same mold as a previous version, which came in two parts. It's now just a single piece. But besides that, it's a phenomenal piece and a great price. And next up I have the Desert Palms. These come with two bases to the box, sort of the large tree bases, and then 6 of these individual palm tree stands. This is an okay piece. It's probably my least favorite of the bunch. It's still pretty good. The trees look a little bit like cake toppers. You can see there's some pretty bad mold lines on them. It would take a little bit of effort to clean them up. They do remove easily and hold pretty well. You could glue them in if you were very particular about them falling out, but I kind of like that you can quickly break them down for storage. These, I believe the base is the exact same bases that come with the existing pine forests. It's a nice, flexible material, sturdy again, it's not going to get messed up. It's not like the wood bases I've used before. It's fairly thin, so it doesn't really stand up too high, especially compared to 15mm models. So overall, this is a pretty good piece. Again, it's not my favorite, but again, it's 25 bucks, and for what you get coming right out of the box, just open it up and you can immediately play with it. I'm quite happy with it. Okay, next up is the Oasis. This is a very good piece. I mean, there's not a whole lot more to say about this one. It's got the same trees as the Desert Palms. It's a single piece that comes in the box. It's a little larger, which actually is probably my only complaint about the area terrain pieces. While the hills, I think, are a great size, the area terrain is just so small. I find it difficult that it's gonna actually come into play in a battle. I mean, it can barely hold a full infantry platoon unless they're incredibly bunched up, so I'm afraid that they're just going to be mostly bypassed and be there for looks, but that's okay. Again, this comes out of the box pre-painted. I think it looks really good, except for the trees, which are just a little rough, but really, from a distance, they look fine, which is all you're ever really seeing them from anyways. I think the rock detail came out really good on this particular piece, and overall, again, I'm quite happy with it. And next up we have the escarpments. I really like these. These are probably my favorite of the whole bunch. I'm not exactly sure why. It's the same material as the hills. Very sturdy. It's got the same felt on the bottom. I just really like the look of these for some reason. You can arrange them in a lot of different ways. You can have them end to end and sort of create these long ridge lines, or if you get a bunch of them together, you can create, narrow valleys or even wadis in the desert. It'd be especially cool to have a river running through it, maybe for parts of Italy if you were to add some additional grass. Again, I really like the texture on the rocks, and the painting right out of the box comes out really well. Obviously, I've added some additional flock and little tufts and stuff just to kind of enhance it a little bit, but even right out of the box, they're perfectly playable. Okay, the next piece is the large Desert Hill. I'm a big fan of these. I actually wound up grabbing 3 of these guys. And for just a little bit of additional work, you can really bring it out. You can see I've kind of dry brushed the rocks and added some flock. And actually in the next video, I'm going to take this one right out of the box, and I'm going to touch it up so you can see how I got to here, which honestly is only about 2 or 3 minutes of work and is well worth the effort. This is a really great piece. It's pretty good size. It's perfect for putting miniatures in. There's not a lot of places where things are going to be wobbly or sliding down. And it looks great. I mean, even right out of the box, they come painted very well. It's, again, the exact same material as the others. Very sturdy. I mean, nothing's going to break these ever. This will last you probably the rest of your gaming career. So yeah, overall, really good stuff. come back for the next video and I'll show you how these can be modified to look extra cool, and I'll show a couple shots with various miniatures at the end of this video just to show you a sense of scale. You enjoyed that review. Clearly I'm a big fan of this desert terrain. Join us next time and I'll show you how to take one straight out of the box and for just a little bit of effort make it look even better.